So another Andy B 2-minute video. And yesterday we looked at sort of the idea of tithing and tithing of rooms, tithing of your time. And today I wanted to think about God's blessing of us. One of the consequences of us giving to God in our tithe, whether that's 10%, 20%, 3%, it's about the principle of giving all of who we are to God. That's what tithing is today. But I was thinking about a wood pile in our garage. Now, a few folks were praying for us with the energy crisis. We've got a wood burner. They were praying for us to have wood to burn. It's quite expensive to buy wood. It would be much better to have free wood, of course. Living in the UK, free wood, not quite so easy to get hold of. There aren't many forests that we can go in and use like perhaps in America you could. But we've got a big pile of wood because some people were cutting some trees. I've mentioned this before. And they said we could have these trees. Now, these are big conifer trees. They're huge amounts of wood. And we had a drive full. Our drive is enormous. It was full of wood. Now our garage is full of wood. We've processed a little bit of it. And there's this huge mound. And here is a photo of that mound of wood that we are still yet to process. Now, that should last us, I'm guessing, for a couple of months at the rate we use wood in our house. It's a bit hard to tell. It's only our first winter that we're going into here. So I'm sort of guessing, but I'm assuming that's maybe a month or two's worth of wood because we use quite a bit. We've got a double-fronted log burner. But what struck me was that's been a blessing from God because people prayed, wood mysteriously arrived. Of course, not mysterious. It was God's miraculous way. And now we've got this big pile of wood to burn in our fire to stay warm, which is a huge blessing. But it got me thinking about, have we just taken that for granted? Have we said, oh, yeah, thanks for that, God, but, we'll deal with it another day? That's what struck me this morning, actually, is that we haven't actually cut it up. We haven't actually processed it. And God's blessed us with this stuff, but we have a huge garage. It's double height garage, one voided space. But we're not really making the most of it because now we've got this massive pile of woods. We haven't done it. We need to buy a saw. We can't afford a saw, but God's blessed us. And sometimes it can be a bit confusing with what God's asking us to do. But my thought is simply this. Where has God blessed you that you've missed that blessing? I wrote this down. Be careful to be grateful for God's... Sorry, to be careful to be grateful for the gifts of God. Where has God given you a gift that perhaps you've missed that gift? Looking out for God's blessing when He's already given you a gift. Just have a pause and a hush and rethink, and just go back to God and check for the blessings He's already given you. Just a thought.